to my channel. How's it going, guys? First things first, if you're here, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And make sure you also are hitting that little bell notification so you do not miss any future readings. And let's go ahead and get started for the mid-month reading for July for the sign of Virgo. All right, guys, I know I have been saying that I was going to get back to doing the individual sign readings for quite some time. And a lot happened in the last year. So I was really kind of chaotic with my channel because everything was chaotic. And obviously, my channel was probably the last thing that got my utmost attention. I mean, rightfully so, right? But um, it made for me having to, kind of step aside on some of the things I said I was going to be doing, and one of them was the individual signs. So, hey Fluff, hey Sandra. And so we're going to be bringing them back, and obviously we've already started, but this is the middle of July, so it's a mid-month reading. Normally this would be a bonus reading to the entire month reading, but we didn't do the entire month reading at the beginning of the month because I still had a lot going on, some loose ends I had to tie up and whatnot. So starting in July, you will get your standard individual sign reading, and then at the middle of the month we'll do like a mid-month bonus reading, which will kind of fill in any gaps that might have happened in the original month reading, um, or just any additional energies or anything we might have missed in that reading. So you have two opportunities to see a reading for your individual sign, and plus every Sunday evening I do go live between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I do a live all signs reading. I've also started a new segment on my channel called Tarot Live on Location, where depending on where I'm at, I will go live and do a live reading. That can be an all signs reading, that can be a chat participation reading. Kind of just depends on how I'm feeling and like how much time I have and all that. So, this coming Tuesday night, so tomorrow night, I will be live in Old Town San Diego, California at the El Campo Santos Cemetery late in the evening to deliver a all live on location reading to you guys. I don't know if it's going to be an all signs reading or if I'm just going to do a chat participation reading, because it is going to be in a really, really historic and well known haunted cemetery. And the whole thing about the live on location, hey Wicked Bro, is like to be spontaneous and to deal with the elements and possible distractions, and also like just have fun with it and everything. So I don't know like what style of reading is going to be able to go on and stuff like that. And also bear in mind, hey Night, that the cemetery is actually located across the street from like restaurants and bars and stuff. So I'm hoping that the music isn't like too terribly loud, but it is during the week. So hopefully we won't have that issue. And that's why I'm kind of going live a little bit later. I know it's kind of late for people on the East Coast and all that, but I do got to do what I got to do. Alrighty, and that should tie up all those ends on, the channel in and of itself. The next thing I want to talk about is personal readings, you guys. The only way to schedule a personal reading with me, all the information you need for that is listed in the description box below. I will no longer be taking like requests for readings or appointments for readings or scheduling for readings via my social medias. The reason I'm doing that and I'm removing that component from there is because of all the fake profiles and people getting like hijacked for money and stuff like that. I feel if I just say like I will no longer, if you message me say, hey, I need a reading, I'm just going to refer you to my email address, and say go there. And I've already had somebody say, well, I'm messaging you here, what's the big deal? My email address is connected to my scheduling software, so it all gets put in there right away, and I won't miss your appointment or anything like that. As to where, like, when people were messaging me on Instagram and Twitter, it was getting chaotic and some things weren't getting put into the software correctly and all that. So this is just going to avoid that to the utmost extent it can. And then also, so if a fake profile of me messages and says, "Hey, I need to do a reading for you," blah blah blah, you'll know that it is not an authentic Tarot and Tea Jenny reading, because I would, number one, never solicit a reading to anybody. I'm not going to message you telling you need to have a reading done. It's just never going to happen. I've never needed to do that, and I never will do that. If you need a reading, you come to me, and that's what I'm here for. I also don't do any type of spell work for hire. Somebody had said that the fake profile had told them, like, oh, you had a generational curse and only I can remove it. Yeah, it's a very, very common thing that happens in the metaphysic world. That's very, very common. It's a huge red flag, probably the biggest one. I don't do any spell work for hire. So right off the bat, you'll know that that is not me. So, unfortunately, some people have gotten scammed and have sent quite a bit of money to people that gave them a really shitty reading, and it wasn't from me. So now, like I said, everything you need to schedule a reading in the description box below. I think that's all the announcements I have for today. Hey, Candid Explorer. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the July mid-month reading for Virgo. Even though this is technically the July mid-month reading, this reading is timeless, so whenever it crosses your path, that may be when it relates to you. And if for some reason, Virgo, this reading isn't resonating with you 100%, or it is just really, really far off, please go ahead and check with your moon and or rising and ascending signs as well, as those may resonate better with you. These are general readings for the collective, and they may not resonate with everybody, and they may not resonate with you every time. If that is the case, please go ahead and check on my other readings and see if those better resonate for you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty. Let's see what messages we have for Virgo in the month of July. Move that out the way. Okay. So, alright. Don't worry, we'll get to it in just a second. One more card. Ta-da. And the bottom of the deck. Alrighty. So there seems to be something, Virgo, that you are walking away from. Emotionally walking away from. I'm getting from, clearly with this Six of Cups, that it might be something to do with family. Okay? The reason I say that is the Six of Cups is very nostalgic based. It makes you think of like back in the day, childhood memories, stuff like that. Doesn't have to be, but can be. Knight of Swords. Somebody is, and the reason I'm saying this might be family, this with this is usually either you're looking at somebody's social media or looking back at old photos or something like that. But usually the Knight of Swords in reverse is kind of my stalker card. It's like, I want to go forward and I want to say something or do something, but I'm not going to. I'm going to watch instead, because swords are mental based. They're air energy, so just kind of remember that. And it's something that kind of ended. So this could literally be like, if you're in a relationship, this might be that you're stalking your ex's profile. Your ex might be stalking your profiles on social media. But I'm still kind of getting this family type vibe here. Now, you're going to be in the near future hearing some communication from this person if you have not already. Now, the form of communication this may be coming in doesn't have to be directly from the person, even though that is kind of implied here. It can be somebody else is talking to you on behalf of somebody else. Maybe somebody's going to divulge some information about communication, about that situation. It's going to be coming forward to you somehow in the form of some like pretty fast communication. All right. And you're kind of like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't want to hear about it. I'm done with that situation. I'm not going to get anything out of it. So that's why I'm thinking that this might not be you, it's probably the other person that's stalking. But I think in a way you're kind of flattered by it. Like it's in that case of when you're like, at least I know I was important to you, and it kind of puts a little pep in your step. And that's what I'm kind of seeing from this. But it's something that you're willing to put like behind you. And that's what I'm getting from this, the the 7 of cups being right there plus the 4 of wands in the reverse. It's like, yeah, it relationship, it's like a fail, it's an ended, but it's one that you're still like holding on to because it was a more profound relationship. It wasn't your casual thing. This could have been for the Virgo that's in a relationship or was in a relationship. This could have definitely been somebody that was engaged, or you were getting, you're getting ready to get married or anything like that, and it ended. Or you might be at the point, also, there's a specific Virgo out there that is going to find out that somebody has wants to end the relationship with them, and they're be that, just maybe like your lover, your just has expressed to someone else that like ready on from this relationship, and they haven't quite clued you in yet. That's another story for a specific Virgo that I'm seeing from this as well. Okay. And from that, you're like, fine, you want to end it. Let's just freaking end it. I don't care. And you're kind of, gathering your feelings and walking away. Now, where necessarily wear their heart on their sleeves, but they are very profound when they do love and they do let people in. So, as blase as this is trying to present itself right here, I know there's probably more to it. Hey, Stoner. Um, there's probably more to it than this. So we're going to go ahead and open this up to some clarifiers real quick to just kind of clarify some of these. So let's see what we got going on for with this spread. How's everyone doing? Signs as a pre-record. Oh, let's clarify. I want to know about the Knight of Swords. Who is the Knight of Swords? What is this? Why is this Knight of Swords here? Okay. Someone who's trying to control the situation. Or someone that has a lot of control over the situation. Maybe there's just a lot of lust about this person. They're trying to use sex to control you. But what I just think that this is a narcissism at its finest is what I'm getting. And like, I think that's the big thing right there is that Devil card is just like really speaking loud and clear, and that's why no other card wants to pop out. Okay, look at that. Your 8 of Wands. Okay, communication. This is some. That's why I'm getting. Look at that, dude. Dude, what the heck? Okay, so these cards are definitely meant to be here. Somebody. You found out. That's why I think that this person might have even cheated. Probably chatting up on somebody. That's what you find in either you found out, and I'm thinking that it was you that might have done and found this like, fine, they're done. Maybe this is somebody that's moved on. Maybe you were kind of stalking of your ex, trying to see if they were still interested, or if maybe they still have a mental hold on you where they're taking up so much real estate in your head, and you're finding out no, they really really did move on. That's what I'm getting from this too. But let's go ahead and let's clarify that 8 of Wands. Since it's popping up twice, I want to clarify the ones that are like obviously really, really meant for this spread for you, Virgo. Clarify that 8 of Wands. So, okay. You're going to find out. Look. Okay, not Knight of Wands, not Knight of Swords, but it's a Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay. you're going to find out that they just weren't feeling, I mean, they weren't feeling it for you, even though the situation, they're going to probably express to you like, yeah, they really did care about you, or you really did care about them, but just everything was else was great. Just emotionally, there was a disconnect. And I think that's what you're going to find out. It's not, I hate the cliche sound of, oh, it's not you, it's me, is kind of what I'm hearing on this one. It's just that somebody checked out. Somebody has emotionally checked out, and I almost want to say, like, it's not meant to be personal, but it is. So, clarifying this Eight of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. Clarify one. Come on, two more cards. Temperance. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So things are going to balance out, okay? I know it's going to, like, you're heartbroken right now, right? Like, you are severely heartbroken by this. This, like, took the air out of your lungs. But, you know what? Just have some patience with yourself, okay? Like, the Temperance card is, all about that finding balance again, but being patient. Like, things will even themselves out. See how the angel is pouring water from each cup, trying to balance them, pouring water from one cup to the next. You will be restored, you will be rejuvenated. It's just going to take time. Really just kind of be nice to yourself right now, Virgo. Go ahead and, if you want ice cream, have the ice cream. If you need to cry it out, cry it out. Do what you need to do, okay? But it's gonna be all right. You just really do need to take the time to understand and care about yourself, okay? This relationship was a heavy hitter for you, all right? And I don't think that there's anything else that I really need to clarify. I mean, this was a loud and direct message to that specific Virgo group. So let's go ahead and get some advice moving forward for you, Virgo. And then we'll close it off with some letters and number charms to see if any of those lucky letters or numbers pop up for you. See if those can kind of connect things a little bit better or help things make sense. All right. Let me get a couple shuffles in for advice moving forward for Virgo. Alrighty. So, oh, that popped out right away. Okay. Well, those are pretty specific cards. Bottom of the deck energies. You're not in the mood to make a decision right now, but you want to move. You're going to go move forward past this. You're going to come out of it very fiery and very fast. You're like, fine, you don't want me, or the situation doesn't want me, or whatever. You're like, I need to move on from it, and that's what I'm going to do. Don't go blowing all of your money, okay? Don't go and spend money trying to compensate for the fact that you have a void right now, okay? That's probably not a good idea. Okay, so don't go out and, be like, fine, screw it, I'm gonna go buy, you know, the latest, Nikes that I've wanted, and I'm gonna go take this awesome trip, and I'm gonna go buy this amazing, expensive, Birka bag at $5,000 or whatever. Don't go and overly baby yourself. Like, don't spend so much money that you actually put yourself in a deficit, okay? And that's kind of what, because of things falling apart, you're going to be like, you know what, fine, screw it, I'm going to make myself feel good some way, somehow. Hey, Dustin. And that's what I'm kind of, the advice moving forward is not to do that. Yes, move forward and go forward with yourself, but don't go forward in the sense of like, you know what, I'm not going to pay attention to my finances because I have this emotional void from things not working out, okay? And, because you don't want to make you're not in a, mental position where you want to make a decision right now You know, you're kind of in this purgatory, if you will, and you just want to feel better and you don't want to think about things and you just kind of want to forget that you're in pain. You know, I get that, but don't put yourself in financial ruin because of what's going on. Okay, that's not going to benefit you. That's not going to bring that other person back. That's not going to make your situation better. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and draw you some charms to see if any numbers or letters come up that makes sense to you. And da-da-da. Alrighty, quite a few here. So person that follows my channel that I did a reading for, when I drew her tiles, she told me that she added up every one of the numbers and then reduced it down until she got her angel number for the month, which I thought was really cool. So that might work for you. And this is a blank tile, so there, and it fell. So that one can be a, you know, user's choice type situation. Just remember, you have a blank tile there. I'm not going to bend over and pick it up right now, but hopefully those letters, numbers might form a sequence of something that might make sense to you. Utilize it how you want. They're there for you. But that is your mid-month reading, Virgo. Hopefully those messages have come out loud and clear for you to help you out in some regard. I know it probably wasn't the best message this month, but it is a message nonetheless. And you know me, I don't sugarcoat anything. If that's what the cards say, that's what I'm going to read. Even a bad situation still has the propensity to promote a better situation. One door closes, another door is just going to open. So I will see you next month for your August reading, and hopefully I will see you Tuesday night for the Tarot Live on location at the El Campo Santo Cemetery in Old Town San Diego. And once again, if you'd like to schedule a personal reading with me, all the information for that is in the description box below. So go forward, live your life, don't overspend your money, stay blessed, and I will see you sometime between now and forever. Take it easy.